Adventures in Colorectal Cancer, 2026, June 9th. A million years ago, when I was logging in Prince George, during breakup and freeze up, I worked as an NDT technician, NDT technician's helper. So the pulp mill shut down at this time, and they get the boiler tubes inspected for thickness. Having a boiler tube rupture in a recovery boiler or steam boiler is a thing, because the superheated liquid all of a sudden becomes a vapor of much greater volume and just explodes. So I ran a wire brush on like a grinder with a wire brush on it, while the NDT inspector used ultrasound to figure out the thickness of the tube. So yesterday, I got to be on the other side of that. I got my first ultrasound. Which was interesting. Number one, they heat the fluid a little too hot, so it's this warm feeling of the gel going on. I did tell the tech that no, I didn't want to know the sex. I decided that I wanted it to be a surprise. Anyway, the reason I got an the ultrasound is the CT scan revealed a bump on the bottom of each of my kidneys about the size of my little finger, end of my little finger. Where's the camera? 10 millimeters. And they wanted to make sure that that's not cancerous too. So yeah, so the woman scanned my liver and my kidneys and all 6 ways to Sunday and my gallbladder. The reason they use ultrasound is it has better resolution than a CT scan, which was surprising, because I would have expected the CT scan to be much higher resolution, but it's not. I guess it only shows what the iodine lights up. What she didn't do, which was quite surprising, was scan my rectum as well, from the outside, which was very bizarre, because and I'm lying there and going well, she just said, lift your, I'm on the table, and walk in on the table, lift up my shirt and she squirts this and said, well, you're not going to do my rectum? She said, no. I said, well, but that's where the cancer is. And she said, well, they want to have a better view of your kidneys and liver. So yeah, confusing, because it's almost like a foregone conclusion. We pulled the cancerous polyp off the lower 2/3 of your rectum, so we don't give a shit. We're just going to remove your rectum, which is kind of harsh and surprising, because it's that's just yeah, wow. Anyway, the next one is an MRI, and I get an MRI of my whole abdomen. So, yeah, I don't know whether I should get a second opinion on this, because I don't want to. I've changed the GP of record to Dr. Penner, and she's quite more informative and proactive. And she highly recommends, says I'm in good hands with Dr. Okamura, the CR surgeon. And I don't want to seem like I'm treatment searching, trying to find the treatment that I agree with or I feel comfortable with. But on the other hand, removing my rectum, that's a fucking thing. It's not, and it's, so I got to really think about this. I'm supposed to have a telephone call with Dr. Penner on Wednesday, tomorrow. So I'll ask her about that, whether I should get a second opinion on this, because it's, it's truly hard to believe. It's been 20 years since I've dealt with anything in the cancer industry on the sort of the instrumentation side, and it's a number of emotions: amazing, sad, worrying that in 20 years, although the techniques of the butchery have been refined, it's still fucking butchery. Is the way to. It's not even treatment, right? You're not treating anything. You're just curtailing it. You're just removing it from the body. Yeah, so making appropriate life decisions. You don't make any money, but you get good stories.